Hi YouTube. Yesterday I posted a video about being dumped, and it's made me realize a few things about the relationship I had and what I want in my next one. Right about now, I guess I'm really kind of not looking for a relationship, but then again, I kind of want to jump into another one. I don't know, maybe that's saying more about me than it says about the person that I want. Maybe I think I've had more than enough time to actually um, you know discover myself and all this. Like, I know what I want, and I just want to hurry up and kind of get that person that I'm gonna be with for the rest of my life, because I want to be a father, I want to be a husband, I want to just I just want so much, and it seems like it's taking way too long. But I'm going to jump into what I want. Um, the first thing I want is a man who's going to put me on a pedestal. I felt as if I was the only one giving affection, words of affirmation, and that I was the bearer of this relationship, and success or failure was on my shoulders, or at least more of it. Um, Now, I would think about him and want to spend time with him, but apparently Darryl was spending time with someone else that he could have been spending with me. And in my next relationship, I want him to call me. I don't want to be the one always initiating contact. I don't always want to be the one that's putting all the effort forward. Like, I want him to be able to compliment me on something I'm wearing, or work out with me. One time Darryl and I did yoga, and that was like one of the best times that we had together. I want a guy who's going to appreciate me. And the second part is no addicts or former addicts. I thought that maybe if I stuck around, you know, um, with him through his addiction, that everything would work itself out. Now I simply say I was just stupid for not leaving him when he was in rehab. His addiction is color every celebration with a tinge of sadness, like, my birthday or his birthday, or anniversaries. He was always in rehab, and he just couldn't stay clean. I'm not going to deal with another guy like this. I want a man who is clean and hasn't had an issue with addiction. And there are some people who it's really far behind them, but as far as I'm concerned, I'm very incredulous as far as that's concerned. Another Number three is someone who can appreciate some of the things that I appreciate. Now, it had been a challenge because he and I didn't share an appreciation for a lot of the same things. I could deal with being different from each other because we all are different. But he couldn't appreciate my sense of humor. I like things that are light and funny, slapstick. Like, that's my kind of thing. But he liked the dark and serious kind of thing, and the humor that would just many times go over my head, and he had to explain it. But he like, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is one. I fucking hated that movie, and he hated The Pest, and he basically said that it was just really, really bad. And music was another thing that we both had different tastes on. He liked metal and goth stuff. Some of it I really liked, like Takeda, but the rest I just thought, no, I'm gonna have an aneurysm if he plays that one more time. Now, they have to want kids at one point, because that's what I want. I want to be a father and a husband. That's very important to me. And with his drug habit, that would be a problem. That would pose a very big problem. And I want to adopt, because there are more than enough kids who need homes. Like, I don't need to do surrogacy, because that's just, I feel that's a waste of time. Not because, well, the baby will at least like have my DNA, but the bulk of the family that I care most about don't share my DNA. Not saying that the ones who do, I don't appreciate, but sometimes, I feel as if I can't talk to them about certain things, and that's why a lot of times, like, I feel more comfortable around gay people, because I can talk about everything, todos, I can talk about all things, and not have to censor myself or wonder, are they going to be comfortable or uncomfortable. Um, a man who wants more than sex. Now, I do know that Darryl had wanted, more than that, but as much as I love it, sometimes I think that's all I was to him. I mean, I know we get urges, but I think he didn't understand that I needed other things than sex. I sometimes feel is that maybe I didn't touch him until I wanted to, but I want a guy who will touch me too. I felt like I was the one who had to do everything because I was the alpha. And it feels good for, my partner to, kind of just, just hang all over me for a while, or, just be like, come on, let's go to bed. And then I'm not tired, but come on, let's go to bed. Like, bugger up on me, like sleep naked and give me a wink, grab my hand and take me to the bedroom. Like I want to feel as if, like, I want to feel as wanted as he makes me feel, or as I make him feel. But after the bedroom is cleaned up, and made, he can cook for me, or he may want to. And he may want to do things and not just leave it to me to plan it. Like he can take care of things and I can take care of other things too. And he draws me into him as I draw him into me as well. And, he doesn't just see me as a big black sex god. Like, come on, there are videos for that. And you can go online for that and find that anywhere. But he sees me as a person and he likes me. Another part is someone who can be strong for me and doesn't pull away when I need them. Now, this was a big problem because every time I needed him the most, it seemed like he would pull away. And I don't need that. I don't do loneliness very well. I freak out. Like, I remember I talked about when we hadn't talked for 12 days and I freaked out. Like, I hated it when he isolated himself from me because I was at a low point and I didn't have him around to touch that part of me that only he could touch. And you know what, whenever he isolated himself from me, I would always worry about his drug habit because that would always be it. And this bothered me to no end because now the pulling away bothered me to no end because I need quality time. Like, that's my love language, and I need someone who will understand that. And if they can't give me their time, then I don't need to be bothered with them. Now, someone who can be strong for me, I need someone who understands that I am a strong person, but I need help. I need someone to be strong for me. I'm strong for everybody because that's who I am, and everybody else falls apart because that's who they are. David said that in 6 Feet Under. I need someone who can be strong for me too. Like, I don't want to feel as if I'm always taking over everybody else's burdens, but nobody's there for me. I need a partner like that. My whole thing is when I'm frustrated or angry, I need to go away from the situation for a while and then return with a clear head. Like, that's what I need. And I also need someone who is going to meet people that are important to me. Like, that's another thing. Darryl didn't want to do anything most times because he was dope sick. That's another reason why I'm never fucking dating an addict. If he was a former addict, I'm gonna be like, deuces, I'm sorry, I can't deal with you. And so someone who doesn't dismiss my feelings by telling me that I'm not being objective. Fuck objective. My feelings are my feelings, and that's it. That is all that matters at that point. So that would piss me off to no end. And then the last one, someone who's not Republican. If you vote Republican, stay the fuck away from me. I would hear him sit here and talk about the healthcare bill and how he hated the healthcare bill and how it's about government intrusion and blah, 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 blah. I asked him, would he rather pay for a pill or a child? And he said, I don't want to pay for either because it's expensive. But then again, here he was in and out of rehab facilities on methadone maintenance, eating, sleeping, and drinking in a house that was paid for by my tax money, and saying that other people shouldn't have that same option. Like other people, shouldn't take subsidized, services. So, I mean, what kind of hypocrite is that? He's sitting there, he's also sitting there, and talking. It just seemed like he put dollars and cents over people. And as a liberal, a godless, long-haired, hippie liberal, money does fiscal conservatism, that appeals to me. But yet I am not going to sit here and cut away the social programs. I have a question. If businesses could be trusted to do the right thing, why do we have social programs? Not only that, but are you aware that we spend more on corporate welfare than social welfare? Are you also aware that that the retirement plan of Congress is a certain amount every single month for a year, or for all the for life? If we cut that out, and a lot of medical spending, and if we freeze congressional pay at a certain amount, I would say $30,000 every single year, and cut out these bullshit contracts that they award to other people, um, who um, who are putting their campaign together, then you want to know how much money we would save? Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that he probably won't address any of this because he's so objective. Yeah. So anyway, Republicans bother the fuck out of me because here they are talking about they fight for life, but then again they won't fight to maintain that life with healthcare, saying that, oh, it's expensive, but then again you'll fight for a vaginal probe thing, um that is so intrusive that it just doesn't make any sense why. So anyway, you know, I can understand different views and respect that, but I can't have another partner like that again, ever. So this is a small part of what I want in a man. I kind of knew that some of the things I wanted was lacking in a relationship with Darryl, but I was willing to overlook it as I believed I had 80% of what I needed. And here he left me for 20. So that tells me more about him than it does about me. I know I'm a catch, and I thought I had one as well, but I was just so sick of being single that I'd rather have been with him than face being single again. And I didn't date a lot in high school because I didn't give myself permission to be the authentic person I knew I was. And even though I'm 26 now, I do consider myself 16 because that was my first real relationship. That was me being like kind of reliving my adolescence and being the teenager that I wanted to be. And, you know, I was as faithful as I could be, and I never did cheat on him. But I made him my prize, and apparently I wasn't that same prize to him. So I realized, even though I usually take on the pat or the active alpha male role, I can't be in a relationship all by myself. So what are some things that you want in a man? What are some things that you want in a woman? What are some things that you really that you know are non-negotiable? And I will leave you with that, YouTube. You have a great day.